In the flickering gaslights of 1899 Paris, where the air hums with the promise of a new century, a young English writer named Christian arrives in the Bohemian enclave of Montmartre, defying his stern father's wishes. He seeks inspiration amid the artists, poets, and revolutionaries who champion truth, beauty, freedom, and above all, love. Penniless but passionate, Christian moves into a dingy garret, his typewriter his only companion. But the story begins a year later, in 1900, with a heartbroken Christian, hollow-eyed and desolate, recounting the tale that shattered him, a whirlwind romance set against the glittering, decadent backdrop of the Moulin Rouge. The Moulin Rouge is no ordinary nightclub. It's a fever dream of can-can dances, absinthe-soaked revelry, and electric lights that chase away the shadows of the old world. Owned by the flamboyant impresario Harold Zeidler, it's a place where the wealthy elite mingle with the underworld, buying fantasies for a night. Zeidler's star attraction is Satine, the sparkling diamond, a courtesan of ethereal beauty whose performances ignite the stage. With her porcelain skin, fiery red hair, and voice like velvet, Satine captivates all. But her life is a gilded cage. She sells her affections to the highest bidder to fund Zeidler's empire, all while harboring dreams of becoming a legitimate actress. Christian's entry into this world is serendipitous and chaotic. Befriended by the diminutive painter Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec and his ragtag troupe of bohemians, including a narcoleptic Argentinian, a doctor, and an unconscious performer, they enlist him to write lyrics for their avant-garde show, Spectacular, Spectacular. To pitch it to Zeidler, they orchestrate a meeting between Christian and Satine in her opulent, elephant-shaped boudoir atop the club. Satine, mistaking the wide-eyed poet for the wealthy Duke of Monmouth, a potential investor, seduces him with sultry charm. But when Christian bursts into song, professing love through Elton John's Your Song, the mix-up unravels. Amid the confusion, the Bohemians crash in, improvising a pitch for the show, a tale of an evil Maharaja the Duke, vying for a beautiful Indian courtesan Satine who truly loves a penniless sitar player Christian. Intrigued, the Duke agrees to finance the transformation of the Moulin Rouge into a theater, but with a sinister caveat: exclusive rights to Satine. As rehearsals begin, Christian and Satine steal moments together, their passion blooming in secret. On the elephant's rooftop, under a canopy of stars, they duet in an elephant love medley, weaving hits from Madonna, the Beatles, and more into a declaration of undying affection. Christian pens a hidden love anthem, Come What May, embedding it in the script as their private vow. Their affair is electric, a rebellion against the club's commodified desires. But shadows loom. Satine is secretly dying of consumption, tuberculosis, her coughs growing bloodier, her strength fading. Zeidler, a paternal yet ruthless figure, knows her fate and urges her to prioritize the show over love. Jealousy festers as the Duke senses the deception. He demands changes to the script, insisting the courtesan end with the Maharaja, not the sitar player. Satine, torn, agrees to dine with him to secure the production. But as she performs a tango-infused El Tango de Roxanne, a reimagined police song, envisioning Christian's torment, she rebuffs the Duke's advances. In rage, he attempts to force himself on her, only to be thwarted by the club's gentle giant La Chocolate, who spirits her away. Reunited with Christian, they plan to flee Paris together. The Duke, however, wields his power like a blade. He threatens to kill Christian unless Satine submits. Zeidler, desperate to save the club, reveals her terminal illness to her. The show must go on. In a heart-wrenching sacrifice, Satine pretends to reject Christian, claiming she never loved him, to protect him from the Duke's wrath. Devastated, Christian spirals into despair, wandering the streets in absinthe-fueled agony, his faith in love shattered. Opening night arrives in a blaze of spectacle. The Moulin Rouge pulses with energy as Spectacular, Spectacular unfolds. Opulent sets, acrobats, and a mashup of pop anthems like Lady Marmalade, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and Like a Virgin. Christian infiltrates the audience, confronting Satine on stage with a wad of cash, bitterly offering to pay for her like any client. As the play mirrors their turmoil, he walks away, heartbroken. But Toulouse-Lautrec from the rafters shouts their creed. The greatest thing you will ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Satine, defying her weakness, sings Come What May, drawing Christian back. They reconcile in a triumphant duet, exposing the truth to the Duke. Chaos erupts. The Duke orders his henchmen to shoot Christian, but the Bohemians intervene. Zeidler knocks the gun away, declaring the Moulin Rouge a place of love, not ownership. The Duke flees in defeat as the cast erupts in a joyous finale. Blending queens, the show must go on with original flourish as the audience roars approval, but triumph is fleeting. Backstage, as confetti falls, Satine collapses in Christian's arms, her consumption claiming her. With her final breaths, she urges him to tell their story. Tell our story. That way I'll always be with you. She dies, leaving Christian shattered. A year later, in his garret, Christian finishes typing the tale. The Moulin Rouge has closed, its lights dimmed, but, through his words, their love endures. As Nat King Cole's Nature Boy reprises, the film affirms that love, though tragic, is the ultimate truth.